Okay, everybody, good morning here from Eagle, Colorado, Eagle Vale Valley Airport, EGE, a famous mountain location out west that I love to go to in real life. I've been here a few times in real life. Absolutely spectacular place to be. And we're just sitting on the ramp all fired up and ready. We'll take a real-time flight over to Aspen. Let me turn down my FS2024 chatter because it just gets in the way, unfortunately. I do love it running, but it will interfere with what you'll hear me say. So we're sitting here on the beautiful FLIGHTFX Citation 10. It's a real-time flight over to Aspen. Very close, but yet realistic flight. A lot of people have to divert. I did yesterday. I could not get into Aspen due to the winds. Out of the wrong direction again, so we'll go in the morning. It's nice and calm. And let's say our passengers were too angry, so we're going to load them up. We'll go to the weight section. We have 6,000 pounds, which is more than enough to do this little hop, but we're going to add in some people, so one person, a second person, and a third person. Put in those random weights there, 175, 175, 220, and throw in some luggage in the back. Oh, 363 pounds is fine. That gives us a weight of 29.8 takeoff weight. Now, I'm not a Citation 10 pilot. I am a Citation Latitude pilot, a whole different beast. A much more modern beast, but this is more sophisticated and certainly more big and more powerful. So I've self-taught myself, but since I've flown 5 different corporate jets and type ratings over the years, I figured it out to be pretty much like everything I've done. Anyway, I want to start with a flight plan first. We'll go Eagle to Aspen, so we're going to put in Kilo Alpha Sierra Echo. And we're going to put it in just direct for now. Departing Eagle 25 is what they always do. Gypsum 6 for now. Activate. And you'll see it start to show up over there. Next. Kremling, Aspen. Let's see. We need to get nav arrival. Runway at Aspen 15. And we'll do the Loc 15. And we can just use vectors for now. Activate. Alright, so that's all set as well. So we'll have to connect the lines, we'll have to go slow and think a lot. It's a visual day today, so it's nothing too intense. And then a localizer 15 has these waypoints over there. We'll probably just go direct to them at some point. Perfing it, there we go, the first page, and hit next. I like 250 in the climb, modify it, climb much faster. Next, fly over 180 for the transition altitude, that's fine. Next, and we gotta hit delete to get a current fuel load. Hit delete over the fuel, and it'll pop in the automatic, the actual reading. Cargo, we said 268 or something like that, and we had 3 peeps at an average weight of 185 maybe. 29.5 was the takeoff weight, roughly. It's never going to be that exact in the sim, but there it is. And we go, winds are calm, so 0, Next. Dry runway. Density altitude is 8,300, so caution on that. And we'll do flaps 5 for high altitude. Confirm. That's all good. Perf data. I don't know where the speeds. Sometimes they show up in here, sometimes they don't. But they always show up in here if you go to V speeds, takeoff speeds, and make sure automatic is selected. And you can lock them in. 125, 128, and 140 at flaps 5. We'll go flaps 5. And reset the trim. Into the green. Looks good there. Make sure the seatbelt's on, windshield is on, and seatbelts. is on already. We're after APU. We should be ready to taxi out now. Let's just go ahead and listen to some babble because it's realistic. I'll go to ground. Just for some interesting babble in the background. Okay, that's good. Get my rudder pedal set, which you can't see right now because I'm crinched up. Okay, ready to taxi out, so we're going to go ahead and taxi. I have a hotkey for looking at the lights. Taxi light on my honeycomb is on, and we'll go. Taxi out to runway 25. I've made a bunch of changes to configs and settings to make it run smooth. I think I'm about ready to release a video on my findings for getting rid of airport stutters. I'm sure that with that it will happen. It still happens. It's just minimizing it as best I can do. But I run on 3 times frame gen on a 5090 laptop here. The only thing I have is 50% monitor refresh locked internally through the Flightsim menu. Otherwise, I don't stop frame rate. I don't limit it any other way. I don't like to do that. I'm getting 160 FPS right now up here with the 3-time frame gen going on within the Flightsim menus. And I started off with a lot of just pure ultra default settings, but then tempered back some, because you still have to. Even on a 5090, I still have to. There's no way that I can get by with everything on pure ultra. If I go to a big airport especially, it's a disaster. And we'll speed up. Certainly the brakes are working good. And flight control check. Want you to be able to see that, so you can see all this up and back and full right and full left, and we'll yank the speed brakes back as well. Check those. There they are. People's involved. Right to the end. I am already. Pulled short to the FATS check. Flaps 5 indicating 5 air brakes are stood. Trims are set. Speeds are in. That's FATS FATS. Flaps, air brake, trims, and speeds. A very necessary call out. I use in all jets in real life. Auto throttle system is now armed. I'm just going to go to the manual speed mode at the moment and lock in a speed here of 200 for the traffic pattern, because we're going to be going slow today. No need to go too wild. And my climb to ASAL altitude for this is going to be no more than about 13,000. Probably not even that high. And we're going to take it easy and slow. Alright, because it's a fast trip. It's only like a ridiculous 10 nautical miles or something. So anyway, that's going to be something that's going to be fast and furious. Alright, we'll just go to destination Tower Babel. Something to listen to along the way. Oh, and here we go. Make sure my landing lights are on. They're on. And the strobes are on. I can see them over there. On our way to Aspen. Winds are calm. It's a nice morning. I'm not sure why there's a puddle here. That kind of worries me slightly. I don't know why. I'm scared of it, but I am. Am I splashing through it? I don't know. But interesting that there's a puddle in the middle of the area. Oh, there's a lake. This is wild. There's an actual river coming across the runway. That really looks neat. I don't think it's going to cause a problem for the airplane or crash the sim, but I don't know. Very strange, but it looks pretty realistic. Very interesting. I've never actually seen that before. I don't know if anyone else has. Getting a runoff, kind of a flood on the runway. That is really very, very fascinating, isn't it? Wow. Alright, well, I am all set. Takeoff N1 set at 85.6, and here we go. I'll hold the brakes here and rev it up. Love it. You can just hear the fan whining in the background, just like in all the jets I've flown. Power is set and met. Engine instruments are stable. Speed is alive. Cross check 80. V1 rotate. V2. Positive rate. You're up. I don't know why it's throttled back to climb thrust. I don't like that, and I don't know why it does that. I don't know enough about the plane to find out. It seems like it's gone back a little bit in thrust to kind of a climb thrust, so we're kind of anemic here, but I want to get myself into a flight director on and get a nav going so that it follows the LNAV routing. Just hand flying it still outbound. We got to go around the mountain, obviously, so I'm not going to turn into the mountain. Not a lot of extra margin. I still see him in climb thrust, 87.8, maybe not, I don't know. I don't know enough yet about the plane to be exactly sure if that's the proper indication. Beautiful though, isn't it? Alright, now it's turning en route to the first waypoint. Ooh, that's a definite cutback. I just heard it. Now it is in the climb thrust. Or it's doing speed of 200. I don't know. Flaps up and slats up. 2 clicks. Clean the wing there. Here we go. Wing is cleaning. Here's the airport in the background. You can see. I'm going to increase to 250 knots. Move that speed knob up to 250 or 249, whatever. That's good enough. Still hand flying. Back to the left again. I'm going to go to vertical speed, and I'll hit the autopilot on at this point, let it track. This airplane flies so damn beautiful. It is so perfect. Just amazing. There it goes. Alright, it's nabbing a bunch. It's going to take me way north of the Aspen area, which I don't want. So let's, we'll pretend ETC's working for us. And we'll just get some directs going here. So I'm just going to go direct to lift. Bang. Lift is going to be much more closer to Aspen. Cross lift at 13.6. 13's close enough. I'll keep an eye on the terrain. 13,000. It's going to dump us pretty much in on the approach. Want to grab some approach speeds. Landing speeds at 143. Rough speed today. And it's going to dump us in on the arrival. It's going to go 12.3. It's a low. There's no vertical guidance. Next. 12 side kayak, extreme kayak rafter, 9,600 and 8,900 is the bottom. So I'm going to just dial down 8,900 now. And do a VNAV 8,900 and see if it'll do a VNAV on the approach using FMS. I've got LNAV is in there, and let's do VNAV as well. Alright, V-Alt. We're an Alt hold the path on standby. And with the top of descent up ahead, I think it's just going to do this for me. With 8,900 is the descent in the window. That's the final destination altitude for the arrival. This is amazing if it will work. I'm very excited. Hopefully it does. And we should definitely do some terrain on the maps. I threw that on. I don't have air traffic on for performance reasons. So we're heading to the lift intersection, 13 miles. We're going to cross lift at 13.6. Maybe I'll use that for the screenshot for the video. Okay, let's see what happens. Wait for the top of descent. No, and there it is. It's still there. Lift ticket, and then on down the line. It should be okay there. Lots of mountains. Looks like Red Table up ahead or something. I've been here many times. I just don't have that on the approach. But that's a different approach. Everybody all set for landing. We'll be landing in just a few minutes. So make sure everything is all set. Thank you. That's what I would do as a real pilot, to make sure that there's nothing loose out here, and then jump back in the seat. I think it's the Aspen ahead. Dead ahead, look at that. There's the VASI and everything, just like real life. Woo! So real, so real. And we got the vertical path starting. Alright, time to slow down this sucker. Let's just target our VREF at 145 now. Love that sound of that engine just going clunk. Back to idle. One notch of flap coming in. This is a steep descent. You don't want to be, you want to be fully configured by the time you cross this mountain. Red Table. Absolutely don't want to be diddle-dabbling. And we'll go to flaps 15 right now. We configure way early in Aspen. And even at ref speed, with the gear down and dirty, you may not be able to maintain a glide slope steep enough. So S-turns and hand flying are usually needed all the time. And we'll just go flop over to a tower frequency now to make it realistic. I am in destination tower, alright, that's good enough. 145, I don't want to go that slow quite yet. Let's just keep 160 in the window. Maybe even right now. I'll do 170 knots for the moment.
26-1 heavy, jump to clear out from 127 run approach, maintain 170 knots to the jump.
So beautiful. Oh, another beautiful screenshot photo. Alright, we are hopefully going to descend now. It is starting the path. Awesome. Gear down now. Definitely have the gear down in 3 green. If you don't want to be too clean in this approach. You want to be as draggy as possible. Draggy as possible. Just don't want to be, you want to be able to leave. Now why aren't we descending? We should be on the path and we're not. This is frustrating. So what happened to my path? It is 10.7 in there, but it ain't doing it. So I'm going to push it on down myself. And let's see what's going on. Let's put the VNAV back in. treat it like a real life approach. I'm not sure why she's on the path. Well, it's time to hand fly. If it doesn't do what you want, disconnect and hand fly, which is exactly what I would do in real life. And auto throttle off also. And one more notch of flaps. And start to apply speed brakes, because she's not doing what I want. It's like every Aspen approach I've done. Here comes red table, gonna smash right over the top of this mountain. And full flaps, just like real life. We are fully configured, ready to land, clear to land. Here comes the V path again on the flight director, so it's good for guys. I'd be hand flying anyway. You come over the mountaintop, beautiful spot to look at. Now we get some train coming up. Looks perfect. Ooh, wind burble. Alright, speed brakes, still those, because we are on the path that I want. And approaching my ref speed as well. Actually, a little bit under. So we are close to the mountains there. And there. This would be a better screenshot. There we go. Very realistic. Aspen tilts uphill, so you get a phony sense that you might be low or diving for the runway. If you can see it, it looks like we're always coming in steeply nose down, but it's the airport slopes up, so you just can't really for sure say that. All right, under speed here, a little more thrust. 145 seems a little fast for me. It just doesn't feel right. I think my ref should be lower. I think I'm a little bit too fast. I'm slowing down a bit. I see a green dot down here on the speedometer, airspeed at 125. So maybe that's a calculated ref. It just seems like I should be a lot slower. Anyway, just another beautiful view to see everything. There's a hiking trail off to the right. I've been there in real life. Right up against the mountainside. It's amazing. But that's how it is, and we are ready to touch down. Right over the road. Watch the sink rate. I still have thrust in.
263, 9 miles from Jalto, clear out, showing Houston run folks, maintain 170 out to the Jalto.
There we go. 100 feet. 50 power coming off. Power to idle. Nose up. Hold her off. Touchdown. Speed brakes. Gauge reverse. Full reverse. 80 knots. So much room left.
Tesla Crash Coordination Charlie, turn parameters at 29.
Love the sound of that. Whistling sound you hear are the grooved runways under the wheels that all airports have now. As soon as you leave them, it's gone. When you leave the runway environment, you lose that sound, but it's so realistic. Alright, we're clearing the runway here. We were told just to taxi inbound on his frequency. Take that. And clean up. Alright, opposite of fast tail. Flaps, air brakes, trims back to normal, and speeds don't matter. I'll call that strobes. Strobes can come off. There's my strobes over here. Strobes off. And strobes off, and landing lights off. Here we are, beautiful early morning, sunrise time in Aspen. Nobody's here, it's still quiet out there. And it's a beautiful, crisp, cool morning as always. All the winter de-icing trucks in storage over there. I'm over here in Park where I've always parked in real life. Been here many times. I love it. Probably my very favorite place in the world to go. Wait a second, is this the airline ramp? Yeah, maybe I goof. Oh, well. Screw that. Aspen Aviation's down here. Whoa, how did I stay here? Now I feel like a real plod. I had stowed the buckets and we're going to go over here. And the FBO's down here. So there we go. That was silly. That was the airline ramp.
Tower, you got 710 with you, Coastal Island. All right.
57, Tower 1205, Michael right, clear land.
You got 5710, Coastal Island. All right.
That makes sense. Now we're back at the parking area I'm used to. That's why we don't fly these things alone. We would look stupid and make mistakes.
United States Southend, Tower 120, half 9, Michael right, clear land.
To the famous Atlantic Aviation Aspen ramp. There we are. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this flight with me, and I hope you learned something, and certainly hope you enjoy flying the beautiful Citation 10. If you don't have it, it certainly is the best business jet ever built for a Microsoft Flightsim product. I don't think anybody would argue about that at all. And as you can see, only stellar reviews for this beautiful aircraft from me and everybody else. All right, have a great day.